singer. Okay? So in this section, please write singer. You don't need to write it in a full sentence.
Oh.
Maya, over in the differences. Okay? Who can tell me what his profession is? Zoe? He is a great speaker, that's exactly right. But what does he do for a living, Gabe? He's a preacher. That's exactly right. Similar to a priest. He's a preacher. Which, in the book, it does say, Martin learned to deliver a sermon. When he was old enough, he became a preacher. Noah?
I have a similarity in that we both had something to do with the church.
Great idea, Noah. Let's go ahead and put that in. In the similarity section, you could say they were both involved in the church. Great job. Now another difference is where they're located. Right? So, can anyone tell me where Martin is located? It did say it in the text. Andy? He is in a church, but in the country, where is he located? Poso. Good job, Poso. On Sundays at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, Martin learned to deliver a sermon. That's exactly right. So he is in Atlanta. It also told us where Maalia is from. Alex? New Orleans. Excellent. Okay? New Orleans. Orleans is spelled O-R-L-E-A-N-S. Great job. Okay, I'm going to move on. The congregation at Mount Moriah saw Mahalia's gospel gift right away. So did Mahalia's Aunt Duke, who was raising her. That girl sure could sing. She was a jewel in Black Pearl. Mahalia's gospel gift could move people too. With Martin's sermons and Mahalia's songs, folks were free to shout, to sing their joy. So, now I want you to come up with a similarity here with a person sitting next to you. So I want you to turn and talk. What did Mahalia and Martin have in common?
They both
Why is right behind you? Turn around.
They also made people have joy. They also made people have joy. And happiness. That doesn't mean confidence.
Okay, let's come back to the front because I heard some really great ideas. Sam Williams. Good job. Now, do they mean physically moved people?
No.
No. What would be another term we might use for moved people? But that is the term they use in the book, and I like it. Aiden? Inspired people. Very good. And what did they both inspire people with, Noam?
One with the singing and one with the speeches.
Right, so both with their voice and their words. Good job, Zachary. So they moved people with their words, both of them. So please put that in your similarity if you didn't put that yet. They both moved people with their words. Okay. But in the South, where Martin and Malia lived, Jim Crow laws made sure things were not as free. So I'm going to stop here.
Who's Jim Crow?
Jim Crow was a man who wrote the laws that created segregation in America decades ago. So there's another similarity here. Did you pick up on it, Yara?
They're both like the same ways, and they're both treated not the right way.
Good thinking. Okay, they're both African American. Excellent. Go ahead and put that in your similarities. They are both African American. And I like that, Yara. They're both treated unfairly. So please add that into the center as well. there was one last thing here. Where did all of this take place, Sam Williams? In the South. So although they were in different states, this was happening in a large region of America. So they're both in the South, which is important to show how this injustice happens over such a large region of our country. That's okay. Okay. These laws said, black folks here, white folks there. That's how life was for young Martin and Mahalia, separate, but nowhere near equal. Okay, so I'm going to stop reading there, and I just want to have an opportunity for you guys to ask any questions. Do you have any questions about the difference between comparing and contrasting? Because now you're going to go ahead and do this on your own. No, we're all good? Okay, I'm going to leave this up here in case you get confused, and if you want to jot it down onto this Venn diagram, you may. But I want you to take these materials back to your desk, and I'll meet you there with materials.
That's
The mighty hippopotamus. Hippos. They're hippos.
Sam! Hippopotamus.
Oh my gosh. After that.
Okay, clap once if you hear me, clap twice if you hear me. I'm going to hand out another Venn diagram. It looks exactly the same as the one we already did. Let's listen to the announcements. Okay. On the top of this new Venn diagram, one side, Samuel, thank you. One side, on the first side, please write common hippopotamus. I'm going to put it up here. Common, you can abbreviate and just write hippo. Okay, here. Jeremy. On one side of the Venn diagram, you're going to write a common hippo. And then the next side is going to be pygmy hippo.
Pygmy hippo.
A pygmy hippo.
You don't know how to spell pygmy?
Okay, boys over there.
He doesn't know how to
Thank you.
spell pygmy.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Okay? I want you to find at least 3 differences. So if you want to label them, be my guest. And I want you to find at least 3 similarities as you read through the hippopotamus passage that I put on your desk. Are there any questions? Angie? Okay, I will get you one. Scott? You're going to go ahead and read the article. Remember, you want to jot down information that the text explains. Okay, so you're not jotting down information you already know, although you can use that to help you understand the passage better, but you're going to use information from the text. Sam Williams?
Do the outside have to be opposites?
Yes. sure that if you're writing about the size of a common hippo, you're then going to write about the size of a pygmy hippo. Okay? You're not going to write color and then teeth length. Okay? Make sure that they correlate to one another. Okay, go ahead.